Hey, you already know better pull up, man. It's going down. Starting right now. We ain't been taking shots, just chilling, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bro. On the pool, man. Pull up!
Hey! Hold it.
This nigga wild retarded.
It's a hot summer day. Friends are laughing. Music is pumping. People are swimming and having the time of their lives at a pool party. But in just minutes, this perfect day would turn into a nightmare. 4 people stabbed, 2 dead, all caught on camera. And the killer? He was promoting the party just hours before he would take his friend's life. This is the shocking true story of how one moment of anger turned a celebration into a bloodbath. What you're about to hear is disturbing. It shows how quickly things can go wrong, how one bad decision can destroy multiple families forever. Hussein Carey woke up excited that morning. He was a young father who loved his child. He had plans. He had dreams. He was looking forward to this pool party. Tisha P was also getting ready. She was a happy mom who adored her kid. She was known for being friendly, never caused trouble with anyone. Neither of them knew that by the end of the day, they would both be dead. The man who would kill them, Daewon Hobson, also called Juan, he was supposed to be their friend. In fact, Hussein was so close to Juan that he made a video with him that very morning, telling everyone to come to the party, but Juan had a secret. He had just gotten out of prison 1 month ago. He had tried to kill another woman before. He was on probation. He wasn't even supposed to be at this party. Before we dive deeper into this tragic story, if you want to hear more true crime cases like this one, hit that subscribe button right now. These stories need to be told so we can learn from them and maybe prevent them from happening again. Let's go back to August 9th in Detroit, Michigan. The sun was shining. It was the perfect day for a pool party. Hussein Carey was pumped up. He grabbed his phone and made a video with his friend Juan. Hey, you already know better, pull up, man. It's going down starting right now. We ain't just been taking shots, just chilling, dog. Hussein had no idea he was making a video with his future killer. Juan smiled for the camera like everything was normal, like he wasn't a man who had just spent time behind bars for trying to murder someone. Later that day, Hussein posted more messages. He was excited. He wrote things like, "This is gonna go up," and "Respect my thing is all I am asking." Those would be some of his last words on social media. Meanwhile, Tisha P was getting ready too. She was a loving mother who worked hard to take care of her child. Friends described her as someone who lit up every room she walked into. She never looked for trouble. Trouble found her. As the afternoon turned evening, people started showing up. The music was loud. The pool was full. Everyone was having a good time. Hussein was in his element. He was laughing, talking to friends, enjoying life. Tisha P was there too, relaxing and having fun with her friends. But there was something strange about this party. Juan Hobson had brought his mother. Why would a grown man bring his mom to a party full of young people drinking and partying? Maybe it was because Juan had just gotten out of prison. Maybe he didn't have anywhere else to leave her. Or maybe something else was going on in his head. The party went on for hours. People were drinking, swimming, dancing. It looked like the perfect summer day. But as the sun started to set, the alcohol was hitting people harder. Voices got louder. People started bumping into each other more. That's when everything went wrong. Tisha P had been drinking. She was having fun. Maybe a little too much fun. In the crowded party area, she accidentally stepped on Juan's mother. It was an accident. Just a drunk person not watching where they were going. It happens at every party, but Juan didn't see it that way. Witnesses say Juan immediately got angry. His eyes changed. The friendly guy from the morning video was gone. Something dark took over. Juan thought Tisha and her friends were trying to jump his mom. He thought they were disrespecting her on purpose. One witness who was there said, "The boy hit a girl first because the girl was drunk. starting stuff with his mob. The guy tried to avoid it from the jump, but other people saw it differently. They said Juan overreacted from the start. The witness continued. The girl kept bumping into his mob. All he said was, "You okay?" and moved the girl away. The girl ran up on his mama, swung, and missed. This man was not having it. Within seconds, the party turned into chaos. Girls were screaming, men were shouting. Juan's mother was in the middle of it all, and then Juan made a decision that would destroy multiple families forever. He pulled out a knife. What happened next was caught on camera, and it's something that will haunt everyone who saw it. Juan didn't just stab one person, he went on a rampage. He stabbed 4 people that night. 4 human beings who were just trying to have fun at a party. Tisha P., the young mother who had accidentally stepped on his mom, was stabbed to death. Her child would never see their mother again. Hussein Carey, the man who had promoted the party that morning, the man one had called his friend, was also stabbed to death. The same hands that had shaken his in friendship that morning now took his life. 2 other people were stabbed. One ended up in critical condition, fighting for their life. The other was stable but traumatized forever. The pool area that had been filled with laughter and music was now covered in blood. People were screaming, running, trying to help the victims. Someone called 911. Hussein, even as he was dying, tried to pick up his phone. He wanted to post something, maybe call for help, maybe say goodbye, but he never got the chance to finish. One realized what he had done. He dropped the knife and ran. But you can't run from that kind of violence. You can't hide from taking 2 lives and nearly taking 2 more. The police were already on their way. Witnesses were giving descriptions. The whole thing had been recorded. One was caught. His short-lived freedom was over. 1 month out of prison, and he was going right back. This time for murder. The police confirmed what everyone already knew. 4 people had been stabbed. 2 were dead. 1 was fighting for their life in the hospital. 1 was stable, but would never be the same. The victims were all adults. 3 people in their 30s who had families, jobs, dreams. 1 person in their 20s who was just starting their life. All of it destroyed because of a moment of rage. Now, here's where the story gets controversial. And this is the part that makes people angry. Some people say Juan was defending his mother. They say Tisha and her friends attacked first. They say he had a right to protect his family. One witness defended Juan. "I was there. The girl was drunk, starting stuff with his mom. The guy tried to avoid it from the jump." He's not wrong, but many others strongly disagreed. They said there's no excuse for stabbing women, no excuse for killing 2 people over a party fight. They pointed out that one had just gotten out of prison for trying to kill another woman. This wasn't his first time being violent. This was a pattern. They said a real man would have removed his mother from the situation. A real man would have walked away. A real man doesn't bring a knife to a pool party. The question everyone was asking, was this self-defense, or was this murder? Was Juan protecting his mother? Or was he a violent man looking for an excuse to hurt people? This tragedy shows us how quickly life can change. How one moment of anger can destroy everything. Hussein Carey woke up that morning excited about a party. By nighttime, he was dead. Tisha P. was planning to go home to her child. Instead, her child lost their mother forever. Juan Hobson thought he was protecting his family. Instead, he destroyed multiple families, including his own. The alcohol definitely played a role. When people drink, they make bad decisions. They say things they don't mean. They do things they can't take back. But alcohol doesn't make you bring a knife to a party. Alcohol doesn't make you stab for people. This was about choices. Bad choices that had deadly consequences. 2 children lost their parents that night. Multiple families were torn apart. A community was traumatized. All because a man couldn't control his anger. Today, Juan Hobson sits in jail, charged with murder. His moment of rage cost him his freedom and cost 2 people their lives. Hussein Carey and Tisha P. are gone forever. Their children will grow up without them. Their families will never be the same. This story reminds us that violence is never the answer. That walking away is always better than fighting. That one bad decision can destroy everything you've worked for. IT also reminds us to be careful about the people we trust. Hussein thought Juan was his friend. He made a promotional video with him. He invited him to the party. He had no idea he was inviting his own killer. Rest in peace, Hussein Carey and Tisha P. You deserve so much better. If this story affected you, please share it. These stories need to be told so maybe, just maybe, someone will think twice before making the same deadly choices. And remember, your anger is temporary, but the consequences of violence last forever. It was meant to be just another summer night in Detroit, but instead of music and drinks, it's now remembered for the moment it turned deadly. Details are still unfolding. We'll share updates as soon as we have them. Subscribe so you don't miss the next update.